and welcome to channel NR, where all coverage on your side. And today with me, Habizam Haikal as your host. For 20 minutes, we will discover, analyze, discuss, and review about the current issue around you. Okay, as highlighted before, recently, the Relay Golf and Country Club has encountered an operational loss for several years without realizing it. This 80s club will face some problem if this such issue is not fixed. The club is popular among the citizens in Klang Valley and has 300 acres of land and total of 36 holes course with 4,000 plus members that can enjoy golfing and other recreational activities. But unfortunately, the club is not operated as per plan. Even though the club has 10 million ringgit measure of cash reserve, their operational expenditure has exceeded their operational profit that may cause the loss. The club able to continue their operation just because they have non-operational profit that can cover their operational costs to operate their day-to-day operation. And after several meetings of sub-community, there are several members come up, voice out and raise some suggestion and solution to overcome this issue. And the crucial one need to be discussed further is to sell or to hold this club. And with me right now at Studio B, we have Mr. Fawaz, with one of an expert financial analyst, Mr. Faizuddin, and they will discuss further about this issue. And we go to Studio B with Mr. Fawaz.
Hi, Assalamualaikum, and a very good morning to all audience and Mr. Haikal from Studio A. So today we are having Mr. Faizuddin, the financial analyst, that will be with us to share about the current issues. So the arising issues is actually the golf club and country club face the problem in sustaining their operation by non-operating profit. This matter had very much concern to the financial subcommittee and its president. This is because how if the club don't have any non-operating profit? So how could they survive with the non-operating profit? So from this situation, it led to the many issues. So one of the big issues here is the club is facing the financial problem and loss for the several years. It shows how bad and not healthy of an organization to run. So from the budgeted financial reported by the financial subcommittee, it shows the club not only depending on non-operating profit, but it also have the increasing expenditure of the operations. So from this major issues, they also have the minor issues, which is regarding their operations expenses. So the minor issue is whether the rate of the club is suitable for their services, and also the vacancies of the restaurant that may be increasing their expenditure. So to overcome this problem, it's basically they have two ways, which is sell the club and not to sell the club, but restructuring the financial position. So basically each option have their own consequences. This will affecting the related matters like legal matters, financial position, and others. So as an experienced analyst, what do you think about this club and what should be taken by the management to overcome this problem?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fawaz. Okay, first of all, I would like to thank you for inviting me today to give an opinion on the rising issue here. So, based on as per what Mr. Fawaz said earlier, the main issues is regarding the Relax Golf and Country Club, where they are suffer operational loss for several years, where their operational expenses is higher than operational income. Okay, for me, this is a very serious issue for a business to face, and it is very hard for them to sustain the business in this state of affair. So, my opinion is we should sell the club. Based on the location of the club, it located at a very strategic location, which is Klang Valley, and maybe around the golf club there are residential area. This can make the price of club higher, and they can sell it with a higher market price. So, with the proceed received from the selling the club, they can divide equally among the members of, if I'm not mistaken, around 4,000 plus members, and each of them will get around 100,000 ringgit Malaysia based on my calculation. It is higher if we compare with current market value of membership, which is 15,000 ringgit Malaysia, if I'm not mistaken.
So basically, when selling the club, the members will get 100,000 cash.
Yes. And it also will increase the value of the member. With this, I don't think this is a bad idea, right? This is a very good idea to sell the club.
But to sell the club, I think it's very difficult, which it may be they have to obtain certain agreement, right? So, is there any particular percentage to you to have to be obtained?
Oh yes, there is. If we look at the club constitution, stated that if we want to dispose any major asset such as land or club itself, we need a consent of 75% of the entire member, and majority of the member must be present in the AGM or EGM. Like you said earlier, it may be a bit difficult for the management to sell the club because maybe some of the members disagree with this idea.
Okay, so after selling the club, so there will be the issue on the ownership. So, in your opinion, how about the ownership? As for now, the club is only to fulfill the members' interests. So, when they are converting, is there any types of associate that suit to the club?
Yes, there is. Basically, golf club in Malaysia falls into three broad categories type of ownership, which is the first one is propriety club, the second one is government club, and the third one is members club. The Relax Golf and Country Club fall into the third categories type of partnership. The Relax Golf and Country Club fall into the third one, which is members club. But this type of ownership does not really concern about the profit it make, because it usually a non-profitable business, their nature. So, in order to sustain the business longer, the club itself must more focus into the profit. So, how we gonna achieve that? By selling the club. Into the to the private company, where usually property developer. By selling the club, they can change the type of ownership from members club into the property clubs. Property clubs is a clubs where emphasize on environmental beautification and profit seeking. So with this, their management can organize back their structure, their financial condition to make it suitable for them to achieve the target profit and get more profit to sustain longer.
So in order to make the club more profitable lah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I can conclude that you are very insisting that to sell the club.
Yes, because if we sell the club, there are more benefit to us,
Yes.
such as we can get steady income and get more profit.
Yes, I can see that. Okay, so we are going back to Haikal and we are going to see what the other analysts will say regarding the how about if the club not to sell the club. So that's all from us.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fawaz and Mr. Vice at Studio B. And now we have an exclusive video calls with another expert in financial analysis, Mr. Zulfikar. And I think you ready. Assalamualaikum, Mr. Zulfikar. Do you hear me?
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, I'm listening to you. We may proceed.
Okay. Do you know right about the issues of realized income? So what do you think about it?
Okay. Okay. Thank you to our newsreader for allowing me to talk and give my opinion for the Relax Country Golf Club. First of all, as we know that the major issue about this country golf club is regarding about the operational losses for the several continuous years. My opinion is we should not sell the club. Why? Because the solution is already there. Okay? Strategy positioning. In this case, the club confused itself on which type of the consumer or customer it wanted to be served best, member or non-member. So their policy are very weak. We know that. Currently, the club is serving both sides of the coin and suffering the disadvantage of the both sides. Strategy positioning involves making sure of the organization own identity, what are its best product, and who they wanted to serve best. This means that they need to focus one only rather than two. Then, for my suggestion, they need to focus only member, eliminate the non-member. With this management strategy, they can make the club more exclusive than ever. Means that the only member can enter and have privilege for in terms of benefits. When you have exclusive service and or uniqueness of the service, breed prestige. Prestige bring eliteness, and eliteness and increase the membership value and also create the recognition by the society. No unnecessary expenses need to be incurred by serving non-member as well as reducing maintenance costs hugely. As we know that this will create the situation when demand is exceeding the supply. Club membership, application fees and monthly fees for the new member and returning member can be increased, thus adding more operational income to the club. This proven by the Forbes that 25 most exclusive golf club around the world honor with a platinum status and most profitability over the year, and that only serve member. After removing a non-member, they can apply value chain analysis and also Kaizen costing in order to strengthen their business. The operational executive, my suggestion is the operational executive should use the activity-based management to identify activity that can be added value to the business and also eliminate the activity that does not add value to the company. I believe if we apply management accounting, strategy management and as well as economy scholars, club will be sustained much longer than and profitability in the future. Okay. Thank you. That's my opinion. Maybe they can use technology as a support activity business, since that technology nowadays create the better demanded by society. You can go viral or so on. Okay, I pass to our newsreader to continue discuss reading about this. Thank you.
Okay, we already hear some explanation from Mr. Sufika, and now we have another exclusive voice call from financial analysis lecturers at UiT Pucuk Alam, which is Mr. Amir Shukri. We need to hear some opinion from him. Okay, Assalamualaikum, Mr. Amirul. In your opinion, why they should not sell the club?
Waalaikumsalam. First of all, I would like to add on why we should not sell the club just because the club has been suffering from operational losses this past several years. The club restaurant plays an important role on the club income and expenses, and I think that there is a way on how the club can change their F&B budget so that they can receive more income and reduce their expenses. First of all, the management should list the restaurant to others who is interested so that the management can focus on the club itself and no need to think on hiring new workers, as the lessor will be doing all that stuff. They also no need to oversee the expenses of what the restaurant is buying for them. However, if the management do not want to list the restaurant, they can reduce the number of employees of the restaurant and only hire the one that have an important role to the restaurant, so that they can reduce the expenses on hiring unnecessary staff for the restaurant. The restaurant should adopt, if the management doesn't want to list the restaurant, they also can adopt just-in-time system to their inventory management. So just-in-time system is a system where they buy their raw materials just as the demand is needed, which means that they only prepare the food whenever the restaurant got reservation or order from the customer. By using this system, the restaurant could reduce the number of ingredients that would eventually turn bad and have to be thrown out. It also can increase the restaurant also can increase their price, since the customer will receive the freshest ingredient, since the ingredient will be sent to the restaurant whenever the customer make a reservation to the restaurant. And I think if they can do that, they eventually will increase their income and also reduces their expenses, and maybe the club can be receive an operational revenue for the next few years. I hope that the management should think over about this thing again, and they shouldn't sell the club as it give a significant importance to our club, to our existing customer, and also probably we can attract more new customer to come to our club. And that's all from me, and thank you.
Okay, thank you to Mr. Amir Shukri. And what we conclude today, that we should not sell the club because the value of membership can be increased multiple times. And if the club is sold, the member can only get one time financial gain, that opposed to the constant non-monetary gains that they can get if they hold the club. So, if you all have any recommendation opinion, you can email to us at www.simbangbagianarak.com. And before we end our news today, let's enjoy the video first. Thank you.